Hi, this is Rupa Bhome presenting second chapter of personality development. Today I will discuss about the following topics: development of personality and its importance, the desire to excel, the ultimate purpose, and integrating the personality. Let's start with the first topic, development of personality and its importance. To make you understand, I will tell you a story. Once near Trivandrum seashore, an elderly gentleman was reading Bhagavad Gita. At that time, a talented atheist young man came and took seat by side of that gentleman. Seeing elderly reading a religious book, young man taunted by saying, "In age of science, only foolish people prefer to read old-fashioned books like Bhagavad Gita. If you would devoted same time to science, then it would have helped country to scale great height." Elderly gentleman said nothing and asked, "Who are you? What do you do?" Young man replied, "I am a science graduate from Kolkata. I have come to make career in Bhabha Atomic Research Center." Young man further said to elderly to devote his attention to scientific research, as by reading Bhagavad Gita he would not be able to achieve anything. Elderly gentleman smiled and rose up to leave. As soon as he got up, 4 security guards surrounded him, and his driver brought his red bacon-fitted official car. Seeing this, young man panicked and asked, "Who are you?" Gentleman replied with a smile, "Bikram Sarabhai, chairman of Bhabha Atomic Research Center." It was same center where young man had come to make his career in science. At that point of time, there were 13 research organizations in the name of Bikram Sarabhai, along with which he was also the chairman of committee for atomic planning, having been appointed to the same by the PM. Young man felt ashamed for his arrogance, and he fell down at Sarabhai's feet, crying profusely. Sarabhai asked him to get up and said, "Behind every creation there's always the creator, so it does not matter whether it is the time of Mahabharata or today's India. Never forget God." By listening this story, you must have understand the way we work or react in our daily lives. We will find that first we feel I am, then only comes I see, I think, I feel, and I act. It is not as what certain Western thinkers say, I think and therefore I am. All our capacities, habits, attitudes therefore belong to the consciousness in each individual. It is a well-known fact that everyone wants to excel in thinking, feeling, willing, and doing. We feel an inherent need to improve in the way we act or do or respond in our daily dealings. Hence comes the call for developing all capabilities. This process of development is what called the personality development. Today's world is one of aggressiveness and competition. In such a condition, we all know that unless we equip ourselves with knowledge and skill, we cannot make any headway. Higher our capabilities and power to act, the greater are the chances of succeeding in life. A well-developed personality excels in every field of human activity, be it academics or research or arts or games or social dealings or financial management or even political pursuits. But then, what do you mean by the development of personality? Growth and strength. Man should grow from an conscientious being to an intellectual being, to an ethical being, and finally to a spiritual being, the last being the highest level of development. Not only should he grow, he become stronger too. We should be able to cultivate strength at all levels of our personality: physical, intellectual, emotional, ethical, and spiritual. Now a question arises in my mind. What is the ultimate purpose? Here, let us remind ourselves that the ultimate purpose of personality development is discovering our spiritual nature, the person behind the activities of our body, senses, and mind is the individual self. In this context, Sri Ramakrishna speaks of this development in his own unique way. He divides person as those having an unripe ego and those having a ripe ego. The unripe ego identifies itself with the body and feels I am young, old, strong or weak, etc. People with a ripe ego say, I am a servant of God, I am His child, I am His part. They have attained perfect development of personality because they have reached the infinite beyond which there is no scope for development. Describing the goal of our endeavors in the context of personality development, the Gita states, the perfect person sees himself in all beings and all beings in himself. Thus he sees the sameness everywhere. This comes the last part of the chapter, integrating the personality development. What is integration of personality? Now let us consider what is meant by the word integration. An integer is a complete unity, a whole, not a fractional or mixed number. To integrate is to form into a whole, to unite or become united so as to form a complete or perfect whole. There are various kinds of integration. According to modern physical sciences, matter is composed of molecules. Molecules is composed of atoms. Atoms are composed of still further particles. Modern physicists tell us that atoms are composed of protons or positive units of electricity and as equal number of electrons or negative units. The protons are concentrated in the nucleus, which also contains neutral particles called neutrons. The electrons are extranuclear and are supposed to be constantly orbiting the nucleus. Do you realize that this means that each atom is like a solar system with all its components uniting to form a whole? The atoms in their turn form parts of a greater whole. Similarly, every cell in our body is like a tiny solar system and is an organism by itself. All such units form parts of a greater unit we call a tissue. The tissues in their turn form parts of a greater unit we call the body. In an integrated body, while all the organs have their individual movements, they all must coordinate with the general movement. When this is not the case, disharmony or illness is the result. So, it is necessary for us to see that our body is properly integrated or harmonized. Let me now come to the mind. Our mind is a synthetic whole consisting of faculties of cognition, feeling, willing. How our reasoning, feeling, willing and action are at war with one another and create a terrible confusion within ourselves. There may be conflict of duties, conflict of moral standards, conflict of spiritual ideals. We may become a world full of emotions. So, here too lies the need for integration, which stands for purity and strength and harmony. The body, our physical instrument, must be kept fit and efficient. It is necessary for us to have a new attitude towards the body. The body is primarily a temple of divine spirit and must be kept clean and strong. By becoming a slave of passions, the man in whom the higher moral consciousness have awakened, whose spirit is willing but whose flesh is weak, creates a great discord and disharmony with himself. His personality becomes disintegrated. On the other hand, by giving a spiritual turn to the passions, by sublimating and purifying them, the aspirant comes to possess greater and greater harmony and integration within himself. Now we must aim at a still higher integration and try to coordinate with our thinking, feeling and willing. We saw the first step towards integration of personality was to locate and fix our center of gravity, our center of consciousness in the proper place. The second step is to connect this center, the individual self or ego, with the universal self. From the standpoint of our highest ideal, the egocentric integration advocated by modern psychologists, however useful it may be in giving our ego a mastery over the mind, the senses and the body, is not enough. We have not yet striven for the highest integration. This we must do next. Having found the ideal, let us follow the path and move from lesser integration to higher integration. We are assured that as we proceed higher and higher in the scale of moral perfection and integration, we shall enjoy greater and greater poise and harmony, peace and blessedness. Therefore, let us awake, arise and move on till the goal is reached. At last, I thank all my viewers and especially my son, whose support in this endeavor has made me a stronger person. Thank you for taking the initiative and getting it done.